Good morning, folks. This is Greg Shields, Greg Shields Outdoors. We're headed to Laura Walker State Park this morning. We're going to put the boat in, and we had a carburetor issue with the motor, so we're going to make sure it's squared away. The rivers are still out of the bank, so there's no sense going to any of the rivers around Waycross in South Georgia. If they're out of the banks in the woods, not only is the current too strong, but you're not catching anything anyway. And out here, we're going to run the boat some, and we're going to throw a few lures. I have caught bass out here on multiple occasions, but usually you don't start catching bass at this lake. It's a 120-acre lake at Laura Walker State Park. You don't start catching bass here consistently until April and May, and then it kind of shuts off except for right at daylight and right at dusk. But since we're out here running the boat, we're going to at least throw some frogs and see if we get anything. So I'll get back with you as soon as we get to the boat ramp. Hi YouTube, we're out here. We got the boat launched. We're letting the motor warm up good. We had to take it to the shop twice to get the carburetor worked on, so we're gonna make sure this thing's running before the rivers get dead right. That way we don't get out there 100 miles from home and all of a sudden the big motor doesn't work. But anyway, we're gonna run it a little bit and see what happens. Well, it seems to be running really good. It's only an 8-horse, and it puts the boat on plane. But with me and my buddy in here, I'm not sure it will. And this is it's a good motor for this size boat, a 1436, and that's what we're going to go with to start with. And if we need to go to a 9.9, we will. But anyway, we're fixing to turn it around and take it back to the fishing spot and see if we can't catch a fish. See what happens. We're gonna troll over here to this fallen tree and see if there's any bass staged up around it, and then we're gonna go under the bridge and throw the frogs some. But the water is extremely cold and it's kind of high too. But you know what? We came out here to test the motor, and while we're here, we're gonna get some fishing in. So hang tight and let's see what happens. We're gonna throw up in these branches. We're fishing a green wacky worm. And I can feel the branches, they're all up in there, so we'll see if something picks it up. The hurricane that came through last year wrecked a lot of the rivers and the lakes. You got there's obstacles now that I guess will be there till the end of time or till somebody gets them cut out. Anyway, hadn't got a hit in there yet. Let's keep trying it. I'm gonna throw my frog for a minute up in these overhangs. See if get something to blow up on it. There's a big grass bank coming up here. We're gonna see about that. To tell you the truth, I didn't expect to catch anything today, but you never know. And you put your frog in the spots and see if you can get something. You probably, in this cold water, you're gonna have to land on his head probably, but you never can tell. I didn't want to make all this effort to come out here and run the motor, then not have any fishing in. So we're gonna stay a while, and see what happens. The rivers are on the gauges, they're way too high. You ain't gonna catch anything in there, so we're gonna just wait till the conditions are right. The last thing you want to do, you know, I love to fish. I'm gonna stay in the ponds and lakes right now because they've got spillways and their water level stays pretty constant. So till the conditions get right at the river, we're gonna hold off. We're gonna fish this grass bed we got coming up here with the frog. I got a frog, I can throw it pretty good distance, so we're gonna try that. This lake here is 120 acres, and it's Laura Walker State Park. It's managed by Woody Hughes, who's a veteran park manager, does a great job. This place has great reviews. It's kept spotlessly clean, and it's a good place to come. This lake here in the summer is completely full of ski boats and jet skis, all that kind of stuff, but they won't allow them in the water until 11. So fishermen still have a chance from daylight, or when the gates open at 7, to till 11 o'clock before all the big boats get on here. Then you can forget about it. I mean, you get seasick trying to fish because all the wakes. But anyway, you know, everybody gets to enjoy the lake, and the fishermen get their private time on it. The motorboats have to be out a couple of hours before, I think it's at 4 o'clock. So then the fishermen got it back, and people have caught. My biggest bass here is a little over 5 pounds, and I caught that one in the dead of summer in June. It was 98 degrees that day, and I just didn't have nowhere else to go, so I came here and got up in the grass beds, and he picked up my plastic worm, and I got him in. So you never can tell. I want to get a chance to thank everybody. I picked up a number of subscribers, and I'm gonna do something a little bit different than a lot of the fishing channels on YouTube. Every single time I go, I'm gonna film the shows, and if you like the places you see, at the conclusion of every video, I'm gonna tell you exactly where I put in, exactly how far I went, and I'll show you the baits that I use. So if you're in the area and you want to try one, you can also contact me in the comment section. If you're by yourself, you can send me a message, and hell, I might meet you there. If it's just my boat or your boat, we'll both go and try it. We'll try the places again. But anyway, I'm gonna put most of the places, except for the private ponds that, you know, I can't give permission for people to fish those. But I am gonna put up what I use to catch fish and where I put in. That way, everybody can enjoy the things that they see themselves if they want to. I'll travel 2 or 3 hours for a good river ramp or a good pond to get in, and if you will too, I'm gonna give you a chance to do it. Anyway, just like and subscribe to the channel. I think it's gonna be really good in the spring. We're gonna catch a lot of big bass, a lot of red breast. We're gonna have a good time. But anyway, I really appreciate it. I'm gonna come right through these 2 sticks with this frog. I'm using a Spro frog here got a red face and it pops. But the water is just so cold. I don't even think the pre-spawn is here yet. So, you know, but hey, you know what? It beats working, it beats sitting at home, and we needed to check the motor anyway, so we're giving it a go. And I appreciate you tagging along. All right, folks, we didn't get anything in that area right there, so we're going to put it in high gear and head over underneath the bridge If there's any pre-spawn going on right now, that's probably where it's going to be. And we're going to go try over there. The water might be so high we can't get under here, but we're going to see. Well, we're able to make it so far. We're underneath the bridge. This is Highway 177. So we're going to see if we can get through here to this little pond. And we made it through here to the pond, so we're gonna see if we can catch anything in here. This is a little pond off the lake, and there's a lot of good cover in here, and this is a great place in April, but it's also crowded, so you got to get here early and be the first one in here. And they'll usually, fishermen will respect you. They won't come in here right on top of it, but you know what? I don't care if they do. I just gonna cast where I cast and be respectful of people and go with life. That's my philosophy on everything. Well, folks, we are fishing this frog in all this grass. And I'm talking about grass that in April, when this water temperature is up, I'm gonna say 15 more degrees, this frog, they'll be blowing this thing up in here. Because I've come here before and caught 5 or 6 bass quickly on this frog. But this water temperature is so cold. And they haven't moved up in here good, but we're gonna keep after it and see what happens. I've had a couple of casts that went right where I needed it to go, and they just ain't in there. They're not looking at it. Not even a roll on it yet, but that's okay. Like I said, main thing this is an equipment check, getting ready for when this weather changes and them rivers get right, and it is gonna be on. And you're gonna be with me, and that makes me happy. We're gonna bring one right through the hole in this grass. This spot right here, I'm telling you, April 15th, you put this frog in this location right here, and you're the first one in this little pond off of this big lake, and you bring that frog right through there, you better be sitting on go, because it's gonna explode. But today, nothing but me and you. Well, folks, we're going to secure for travel. We fished around for probably about an hour, and we had one hit on a plastic worm, but they're just not hitting. The water's cold. They're not pre-spawning here yet. Main thing we wanted to do was exercise the equipment, make sure everything's squared away for when the weather changes and the rivers are back in the banks, and we did that. I want to thank you for tuning in. We're going to head on out of here, go back under the bridge, run the motor one more time. We're going to call it a day. But please like and subscribe to the channel. Going to be some great fishing coming up. We're going to tell you everything, where we put in at, what we're using to fish. It's going to be a good time. This is Laurel Walker State Park Lake, and it does pick up fishing really good in April, late March and April. And you can come here. I recommend blue plastic worms. Topwaters are good right at daylight, especially back here in the pond. But that's about all I got for today. God bless you. Thanks for tuning in. Please like and subscribe. Greg Shields Outdoors. Have a great day.